Well. There's a lot that came out. A metric bungalow of stuff. I don't know why I said bungalow. That came out today. Home Run Derby. Moonshot 2.0, which adds on to the Moonshot program. So that'll make that collection a little bit easier. A whole new giant collection, probably with the scariest pitcher known to man in Dolphins, and Josh Donaldson. A totally new program, a totally new set of things for us to do. It is a mammoth weekend. And to even add more to it, there's 17 new legends allegedly coming on Tuesday next week, the 19th. This is insane. We are hitting the putt. They hit the button and puked all over it again. So let's take a look at everything, how many cards we need for certain sectors and all that stuff, so you guys can be prepared. And remember, I'm going to state this again. I'm going to say it multiple times. Diamond Quest is still probably the best way to get some subs if you get the drops. That's what I've been doing. So hopefully you can quander up some stubbage as things go along here. But as always, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Let's get into it because there is a ton to get into. Let's go. Alrighty, so here we are here. As always, we're taking a look at the good old calendar here. Let's turn this thing down here. Ooh, no momento. Okay, so here, all the 16th new rewards, as always, new multiplayer program, new program pack, showdown, and collection. That next week is the Home Run Derby X stuff. I think 19th, 5 times XP for home runs. Again, the Home Run Derby X thing. A bunch of cards are coming out, so keep all that in mind. That's what we're headed for. And then as you see there, George Springer's a diamond, Ramon Laureano are diamonds, and a bunch of minor league players. New bosses and stuff with Hank Aaron is the big thing. So ultimately, I held on to some cards that I'm probably not going to sell. So let's just get into some of the stuff here. We're going to start at the shop because that's where we always start. Full Moon 2.0 pack. If you missed the stream, here are the cards in the pack. 99 Sammy Sosa. Beefy, as always, max power, 122 and 110 contact, respectively, for the right fielder. Stellar card here is 99. Ricky Henderson gets a card here as well. Decent pop, decent speed. Probably one of the better cards. There's also a very shocking card in here. But he is definitely... A lot of these Moonshot cards are actually really good because they're beefier on the power side for some of these guys who normally won't get power. Joe Morgan, max against righties. 114, 104 against left for a second baseman. Kind of sucks that he's left-handed, but hopefully no one gets Donaldson really quickly. Barry Larkin here is also 113 in contact both sides, 115 against right power side, and then 125 lefty power side. Not too shabby. I kind of wish these cards might have a little bit better of defense, but oh well, I suppose on that one. But not too bad for Barry Larkin. Preston Wilson gets here as well, 117, 125 right, 111, 107 versus left. At center fielder for him. Could fit, again, we talk about theme teams a lot. He fits that theme team pretty, very well. Alongside another card we'll see a little bit later. Brian Dozier, 99 here, 106, 123, 115, 125 for the second baseman for the Twinkies. Not too bad there. Clutch is 111, so not going to see a whole lot of separation there. Ryan Braun, max against lefties, 112, 106 versus right. Clutch 114. Pretty average everywhere else. Not too shabby for a Brewers. Again, Brewers game. Pudge, 120, 112, 116, 106. Clutch 113. For our catcher for the Rangers here. Brooks Robinson, 110 against righties, 118, 101 versus left. Good defense. Probably could sneak in their third, especially for a Baltimore theme team because we don't have Manny Machado. Jeffrey Bagwell, max power. Hold on. Max against lefties, 108, 125 against righties. Pretty decent card here. I don't know how expensive these cards are going to get. They don't look too expensive off rip, which is good. For Steve Finley here, 120 power both sides, 120 contact, and 102 versus left. Fielding should be a little bit better, but oh well, he'll be fine. Richie Ashburn, beefy card for a guy who usually doesn't have a lot of it. I don't know why it says center field on it, but oh right, he was a center field. I'm an idiot. 113, 103, 125, 101. Clutch is 112, so pretty good there for the outfielder. you're kind of into that. And that is that. The Spotlight drop packs, we'll just look at those here. Brad Keller is the first card here. He is a reliever. 4 seam slider, sweeper, sinker, circle change for the 99. Hit per 9, 125. K per 9, 116. Clutch, or pitchy clutch, 125. Velocity, break, 99. Not too bad. Kind of across the board here. He's okay. He's an expensive lad, but that's to be expected. Dylan, I'm assuming, Liley. Sorry if I'm butchering that. 125, 90, 120, 106 versus left. Good speed, decent enough defense out here. Hit 6 hits. Recorded hit in all 6 games, including 5 consecutive 2-hit games. Good God. The top style cards here. Cam Devaney. 108, 101, 103, 90 for a utility player here. Can play all the infield spots plus left field. Decent enough here. Again, I kind of look at these tops now cards as like theme team fillers, which is there's a pitcher for the Angels that actually should be pretty good. Emmanuel Rivera, first base, third base, 116, 983, 125, 89. Clutch is max. Set the stage for an improbable comeback. I assume that was the no-hitter that they ruined with with Jackson's Holiday's home run. This is the guy's talking about. Mitch Ferris for the Angels here, the soft throwing lefty. Gets a win in his debut. Again, his numbers aren't going to be that great because I kind of didn't strike out a ton. But a 4-seam circle change slider 2-seamer. Again, perfect for an Angels theme team. If you're an Angel fan like me, it helps the rotation. So now I think all the rotations are these cards, you don't have any live series, which is pretty good. And then that's that. No new chase card here. It's just any of them 1 through 25 is now what you're going to get here. And then this hasn't changed either. Headliner pack 30. I assume it'll change somewhat soon, but it hasn't yet. Let's do the inning program. I think that's probably the XP reward path here. Cornerstone evolutions here are Craig Biggio. I'll take a look at their numbers here. Again, we're not really going to be using this card a lot here, but for those of you who are inclined, there are the numbers. Eddie Matthews returns. Again, we're not really using this card in particular here, but there is that. Trevor Hoffman is the last one there. Again, not really using this, but there's this. I'll show you his pitch mix. There you go. There is the control, pretty good. And then there's the break, also pretty good as well. So those are the 3 cards there. We'll take a look at them in a second. Some more packs, bombs, I have it. The evolution stuff. The card you're going to get along the way here is Todd Helton. Max contact, 115 versus left, 91 versus right. High clutch. His fielding's pretty good. Speed's not the bestest in the world. However, fits the Rockies theme team, and I think he has pretty good swing. I don't know if he'll crack my first baseman spot, but hey, for some, variety is the spice of life. Let's be honest here. Headliner, and here are the 3 bosses. I know who we're probably going to take. I am a Mike Piazza fan. He was my favorite player when I was a wee little young lad out here when he was with the Dodgers many years ago. This card makes me feel things. 121, 115 right, 125, 120 versus left for the catcher, first baseman. Doesn't have pop time or whatever, but I couldn't give 2 shits. I'm probably going to play him. He'll at least be in my DH spot more so than anything. But hey, who knows? I think he's pretty snazzy. There is a Pedro card here. I know historically Pedro cards kind of don't play well. I'm not sure if this one will change per se. He does have outlier on the primary. My best assumption is we'll kind of wait. I personally, when it comes to bosses, I don't buy him, but now I'm in the position where it's like, I don't need to save my stubs as much. I might just buy him if I really want him. 4-seam circle change, slayer, sinker, cutter. Numbers are good on him. Like I said, historically, Pedro cards don't really pitch well. And that's kind of the problem. His mix is good. I just don't know if it'll really kind of show, if that makes sense. If it plays to that level or if it plays below it. Again, historically, he's played kind of below what his numbers are. But we'll see what happens as things go along. And last but not least, again, probably another card I'm going to get. Big Daddy Vladdy, max contact, 107 versus right, 112 versus left. Good speed, great arm. He fits the Angels right field of the theme team, and I'm probably taking him first. I'm not going to lie. My homerism will take over, and I will take my boy, my Big Daddy Vladdy, and then probably my Piazza. And down the list further here as you go along here, there's just choice packs along the way. Again, make sure these exchanges, I think, are helpful. You can do them all with commons, the free agent commons. You can just fill it up with them. That's what I did. I got all of them done. And you get a fair amount here of XP. I think they said in the stream you get to about right before Todd Helton. So, hey, knock it out. It's a free like 105 XP or something. Make sure you knock that out. So that is the program there. Let's take a look at the new collections because everything's sort of tied. Actually, let's take a look at the programs first, and then we'll talk about the collections. So here, there's 2 new programs here. For Joe Mauer, the Anything 2.0. These all count towards the original one. So if you're like me, and I was talking about the sort of influx in pricing for some of the cards, you can now finish this program by just doing this. These common pictures, I'm just gonna flash their stuff up there because you might need it at some point if you are, for those intrigued. They're commons. I mean, it's mainly for the event because I think there's event things where you have to give them up. But slider, 4-seam, curve, splitter, 2-seam, Felix Bautista, sinker, splitter, slider, cutter. Ubaldo, sinker, splitter, slider, 4-seam, slurve. Rob Dibble, 4-seam, slider, cutter. Aroldis Chapman, 4-seam, slider, splitter, sinker. And then last but not least, Roger Clemens, 4-seam, slider, splitter, curveball, sinker. And if I had to guess, the optional event missions, yeah, it's just tally 5 home runs. Is it give up home runs? No, it's just give tally with pitchers in the Moonshot series. And that's kind of... These really here are one collection fodder because there's there's 6 of them, which will help with that as well. Then you get the Crescent Moon pack, which has all of these cards, an Eclipse pack, which is all of the original ones. So the prices should drop. Full Moon pack is again all of them, or just the rare round. And then we get into the stuff that you get here. Again, this goes back to the original program, so keep that in mind. That you're going to be, if you don't have Moonshot done already, the first part 1, you'll get it done here for sure. Bill Mazeroski, 100, 117, 125, 120 for a guy who doesn't normally have power at second base. Good defense. Again, sneaks in there if you want to be different. Carlos Pena, sweet mother mercy. Max power, 115 and then 108 respectively. It's right and left-handed guys. Decent. He can play first, probably okay. If not, DH, but Braves theme team. There you go. Grady Sizemore here. Max against righties. 102, 112 versus left. Decent enough speed. Defense is adequate. You'd probably patrol center field. If I had to guess, you could hide him in the corners if you really, really wanted to. But again, that's sort of up to you on that front. Matt Holliday, I saw the 3 125s. He's max against left. The only difference is 118 versus right. The Holliday family's ruling the Rockies in MLB The Show 25. I tell you what, for the left fielder. I love Matt Holliday's swing, so this is good for me. And then a Moonshot 2.0 pack, which we all talked about. You get a free 99, essentially. Can't really go wrong there. And of course, last but not least, my favorite catcher, probably second to Mr. Pizza Man, Joe Mauer. 120 max against righties, 125 contact, 109 versus left. I wish he could play first base, but hey, I'm not here to complain about a free Joseph Mauer card that I'm going to love, nourish, and treasure for the rest of my living days. Again, I would say knock out the moments, all this stuff. Missions, pretty easy. Just load them up and do it. All of these, truthfully, to be honest with you, just play against the computer. Make it easy on yourself. Or do a conquest. I think there's a new conquest. We'll look. And then all this stuff, just hit a ton of home runs. It's pretty easy. You know where to go for that one. So there's that player. Let's take a look at the cornerstone guys. So again, we know how these go. Load your teams with all-stars and stuff. Once you get the Craig Biggio, you can do this stuff now anyway to start kind of knocking it out. The only thing that's locked are the moments because you just don't have them yet. So you might not even have to do it if you do this correctly. But here's the Craig Biggio card. Let me turn off my camera here. 114.85, 115.86. Good speed. Can play second, catcher, and left and center. pretty good for a 99. Again, we talked about guys who kind of sneak in. Some people like this card. He might, I think he'll play okay. But again, we talk about theme teams a lot. Helps the theme team quite a bit here. The second card is Eddie Matthews. Again, it's an all-stars card, so you'll double dip if you just do a lot of all-star cards. 121, 125 against right, 95, 110 against left. A lot of people like Eddie Matthews. His clutch is 113. Not too bad of a card. He, like I said, worst, he's a Braves. He unfortunately, he's probably not on the Braves team at third, but you know what I mean. He can fit in there. And the last but not least, Trevor Hoffman. If you like Hoffman cards, 5 pitches, circle change, 4-seam cutter, slider, curveball, max hit, K per 9, max clutch velocities, break. Control is pretty good. Breaks pretty good. He might sneak into the bullpen, and of course, I think we always need bullpen help. So this helps that department. Let's go to Spotlight. Former Angel legend Brandon Marsh is one of the cards here. Sal Stewart, he hit a home run, and his first time will be home hit. Connects for first time will be homer. 109.97, 108.95. Could play third, first, and second. Again, he at least helps the Reds team at the very least. So I can't complain about that. Neither should Red fans. I wish these cards were a little bit higher though. And also is Brandon Sparrott. Sinker, sweeper, curve, 4-seam, and circle change. Pretty decent numbers here. Clutch could be a little bit higher, but oh well. I liked his first card, so I assume this card will help. And he's a Mets helper or Mets team guy. And then last but not least, my theme, my king, Brandon Marsh. 108, 102, 118, 81. Good clutch, good fielding. I'm excited. Like, I don't know if it'll necessarily start for me, but I like options. Pretty decent. And again, just do all this stuff. These are kind of, I would say these are the most annoying, but it looks like you get 3 extra base hits with Terang, and then 500, you should be fine. And the extreme moment here, score 4 runs before getting an out, because that's what the Orioles did to the Dodgers. All right, let's talk about the collection, the big thing. There's 2 new ones. Let's start it off. Let's talk about the Josh Donaldson thing. So there are 3, but it might be the same thing. You need 32, and if we collect right now, we have 9. Well, all this updated, correct? Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I saw that there is a Hall of Fame one. We'll get to that in a second. For Hank Greenberg, you need 24. For Soriano, you need 16. Soriano will be the first one you're probably going to get done. I do want to see. So they did include a Hall of Fame and a Finest. So Hall of Fame, you need 14. As of right now, I have 6. So again, I was talking about how these cards could potentially become kind of interesting. These 2 guys you can get for free-ish. Hank Greenberg, you get here anyway, or he's a collection reward. So this one could be a funky one, but again, these 2 guys are Diamond Quest, and their price is going to frickin' skyrocket. So knock yourself out on that front. Cy Young's also free. So again, if you're talking, kind of looking at what to do, he's gonna be kind of, he may sneaky uppy a little bit, but he's there. So this might be, I think this is doable. It's just gonna be one of those ones you're gonna have to take a little bit of time with it. For Color Storm, this is the intriguing one. You need all 30. Okay, Finest. So what do you need for Finest? Oh, you need 3. Okay, so pick up Kipnis. It'll be kind of easy. Okay, that's it. That's pretty good. What was they don't have neon. What was the neon? Is it just Brian Reynolds? Was that it? I think I saw it was Brian Reynolds. Was that correct? Yeah, it is. It's just they just made it Brian Reynolds. Okay. Okay, so that's that. But they did add the Hall of Fame, which I kind of figured, and then Finest, of course. But so you're only going to need 3. If you have Jose Batista and those 2, you're going to be good. Again, if you don't have them, Jason Kipnis, I would just pick him up. Boom, he's done. He's easy to go to. In terms of probably this, like I said, Jolt, you're going to need all 30. I would say just lock that in. Are there any awards? 37. What are we at? 19. Okay, kind of figured. Milestone, 23. We're at 13. Oh, heavens to Betsy. Contributor, 34. I was kind of right. I don't think Frank Thomas, his price went up. But you go up, you went up too. Again, the inflation's a coming. Again, this whole thing, I assume, he spiked again. Breakout, again, I made he didn't go up, but let's just knock that one out too. Yeah, I would just be cautious about some of this stuff. Veteran, 23 out of 24, boom. Make sure you're doing some of these earlier ones where they kind of like jump up, like second half heroes, 26 out of 29 or whatever. Postseason, again, we kind of talked about. I was talking about this. Did Sammy Sosa skyrocket? Please tell me he didn't. It's not helpful. Cornerstone, you're gonna get, just finish the new 3. It'll be 24. What do we should be at 21, right? Yeah, 21. So that'll be a free one. Tops now, like I said, is kind of the uber annoying one. We're at 100. I would say just wait on that. But other than that, nothing too insane. It's just older ones are going to be kind of obnoxious. All-Star is going to be the most absurd one, I'm going to tell you right now. Most of these, I think a lot of the stuff's just going to be sort of a wait and see. Let the prices drop, but I think a lot of this stuff's probably within the field of doing. It's just going to be a matter of you're going to have stuff kind of weirdly fluctuate as of now. Like Jonah Heim's going to go back up in price, but again, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Let's take a look at the cards though themselves. So when you collect 32 of him, the big one, Josh Donaldson, what is he looking like? He's a scary boy. Josh Donaldson, slider primary, four seam, slur, forkball, sinker. He does. Guess what he doesn't have, ladies and gentlemen? Cutter sinker. He's the best pitcher in the game by far. One look at that. Godly G Willikers. 120, 114. Yeah, he's gonna be gross. And of course, he has outlier on the slider and the fastball. Yeah, those switch hitters seem pretty smart now, don't they? Yeah, he's gonna be a problem. He's a card you're gonna want to get. Hank Greenberg here again. You need 24 to get him. For Hank, max contact, 115, 120 power wise for the first baseman, left fielder. Again, he'll help with other collections. So we'll see how that kind of goes. But again, I think they're going to release more cards. And the easiest one here is Alfonso Soriano. Right now I'm at 12. This will probably go up as things go along here. For Soriano, geez Louise. For Soriano, 120, 110, 125, 115 against left. Second baseman only. Probably going to be he's going to be in the position for starting second baseman. So keep that in mind. And again, you're gonna get a lot of this stuff sort of as things kind of just go along here. It's fine, don't worry about it. Just relax, it'll all come together. But there is that, and again, I'm going to show even more. I'm going to bring this up again because where's Breakout? I locked it in. I want to point this out too. This motherfucker is an 87. He's 66K. I'm telling you now, if you're grinding and you're just like, you want something to get, redo these diamond quests, because now you're going to get a ton of stubs by doing them. 66K for one is Bryson Scott. For the All-Star one that we know is going to be an absolute bear for a lot of people. The Jim Thome here, 34 stubs. But again, I want to point this out here too. The Hall of Fame ones. From Diamond Quest, Paul Molitor from Diamond Quest is 60K. The Rod Carew is 36K. He is paired with Cy Young. One completion gets you over 100K in stubs. These are going to be important. Do one maybe to get them. If you don't get both of them first try, don't worry about it. Run that thing back again. And if you repeat, sell it. You're going to get a ton of stubs, and keep one and just repeat it and sell it. The worst thing you're going to do is blow an hour and a half. The amount of stubs you're going to get some of these guys is going to be insane, especially with double experience. Keep all that stuff in mind and just load up your stuff to get it. These are probably the last 3 you're going to get. Just remember, it is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't worry about if guys get it day 1, day 3, day 4. If it takes you to the end of the game cycle, don't worry about it. Take it as you go. It's a slow burn, okay? I just want to point that out. So for the rest of these, again, if the first one you're gonna get is the Moon Mammoths, which is a cool jersey. First card for the bigger rewards here for part 2 is Tim Raines. 110, 114, 125, 109. Clutch is 125. Speedy switch hitting guy. Can hit lefties, so that's good. Ozzie Smith's also one. He's got max power against lefties. evil switch hitter, baby. 115, 102. He doesn't have the speed that he normally has, but they turned him into a power hitter, which I think is adorable and hilarious. And he still got diamond defense. And then Hank Aaron, the best Hank Aaron card I think we've seen. Finally, max power for the guy. 125 across the board, including clutch. Can play first and right field. This card's going to be really good when you get all of them. Again, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Don't really worry about it. Just take your time on this and you'll be fine. I don't have it all done. I got 35. I got 35 out of 42, but we'll probably get Byron, which means I will finally get Ted. I will probably finally get Ted. It only took me forever. Nevertheless, that's basically it. I just want to make sure there's no new conquest, and then we can wrap it up. Is there a new conquest? There is a pennant chase map. I think this came out earlier in the week. I assume, yeah, it's just the deluxe pack is what you're gonna get. Deluxe choice pack for this one as well. I assume deluxe choice pack. So make sure you knock these out. They'll help as well. Get you some XP, all that fun stuff. That's everything. There's a lot to do, so keep that in mind. Oh yeah, there were diamonds. What were the other guys who went diamond? Let's just take a look. I just want to see really fast. They said this was they said it was 4 of them. Under green. I just want to see. George Springer's now in 86. He went +3. Langford was a diamond. Ellie went down. Pavetta's was +1. He was a diamond. Yamamoto's is a new diamond. Is that it? Under Brown, Andy Paez. Kristen Sanchez went diamond. Rafaela was a diamond. Freddie Freeman. Bryce Harper went down. Laureano's a diamond. God, don't drop Trout out. I think that's it. So there weren't any really big ones. The guy I had a ton of cards for was Caminero, and that didn't work. So that's kind of lame. But there were 4 guys, so there were the 4. Alrighty, sounds good to me. All right, that's everything that came out this week. It's gonna be a big weekend, a big week, an even bigger week next week. So make sure you get some playing time in. Do it in spurts. Do what you have to do. Again, the best way to get stubs if you are behind and have a lot of stuff done is just Diamond Quest. Do Diamond Quest. If you're more of a Conquest guy, you can, especially now, I would say rinse, wash, repeat that draft pick one. That'll give you at least some kind of stubs. I think you'll get a handful, maybe 10K if the price, depending on what the price is. But there's plenty of stuff to do. And like I said, the best way to get stubs, I'm going to keep reiterating, is probably Diamond Quest at this point. Just knock it out in a couple of times. Take it one step at a time. Hell, if you want to just do one, 60K for one is pretty good anyway. Just in case, my suggestion is play on. If you can, I'm cool with the coin flip. So if you want to just play it on All-Star, play it on All-Star. It's not the worst thing in the world. But all that being said, let me know down below what's your best stub technique. Are you excited for all this stuff? There is a lot and a lot of stuff to do. So all that being said, my name is Specs, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye, guys.